morning, YouTube friends. Happy Thursday. Alright, off we go on the old Road King today. So yesterday we learned more about blueprints, which I guess we don't really call them blueprints anymore. They're drawings now, or prints, or plans. But we learned some more about those yesterday and some of the symbols that are on them. And in the shop, I got signed off on squaring up a vise on the mill. Squared up some stock on the mill. And I was given some plans, and I have to make a part on the lathe today. So I'll be doing that. Started on it yesterday, but ran out of time to finish the part. So I'm going to try and finish it all in one go today, just because there are 2 lab classes in the shop. There's one in the morning and one in the afternoon, and there's a second year class that also uses those machines sometimes. So I can't just leave my stuff set up in my lathe and expect it not to get messed with by someone else, because stock left laying around is stock left laying around for anybody to use to practice or make whatever they need to out of. So to have an accurate part, I want to make the whole thing in one go and not take it out of the lathe and put it back, if that makes sense. So I've got the part I started with me in my backpack. I've got my cutting tools in my backpack. Guess I should have stayed in the other lane. So I gotta, just kind of bring everything back and forth, because if I leave my cutting tool in a lathe, then it might disappear and I may have to make another one. So I just bring all that stuff with me every day. Because I made my cutting tool also. I made it on a grinder. So, yeah. But it's going well. I've got some homework due today, which is fine because it's done. There's no blueprint class today. So it's kind of a short day, and there's no classes on Fridays. So today's kind of like my Friday. Haven't really been as on top of it on the job search as I should be. So I've got to get online and apply for some jobs today. sort of part-time jobs available at the school for students. And the good side of that is if you get one, they work around your class schedule, but they also only pay minimum wage. So I haven't really been looking too hard at those. There were one or two I've applied for and didn't get. But I need to find something. So I need to get online and look around a little more. But there's really also not a lot out there. Because of all the new taxes that the governor passed, it's much more expensive for people to do business in Washington now than it was a month ago. And there are more going into effect over the course of this month. So businesses are fleeing this state just like the citizens are. Which makes for a harder job market. But I'll keep looking. Jobs have been kind of tough all year. I've worked only 4 months this year. So out of the past 9 months, I've been unemployed for 5. It's October now, so I guess I've been unemployed for 6 months out of the past 10. Granted, the jobs I did take this year have been shit jobs, and that's why I'm not still working there. That in school. But still. Well, we're already in 5th. This is geared right. It's geared kind of tall. So, as nice as a 6-speed would be, it doesn't really need one. And once we get around this mess, I'll get in the right lane. The windshield makes a big difference on this bike. When it's hot out, it's real nice to have it off. But on the highway, it's real nice to have it on, and when it's cold, it makes a big difference. Yeah, here we are. Hope you all have a great day. We'll see you in the next video.